Welcome back to a brand new video, everybody. I'm sure you've all expected this one because the last 3 videos have been about keyboards, so guess what today is? Keyboard review. This one is very unique. And this one, although I didn't spend a lot of money on it, it's definitely more in the higher section and higher prices, but I think when you see it, you'll be like, wow. So this is the XVX M68 high performance mechanical keyboard made in China. Okay, well, we're gonna get to unboxing this because I feel like this thing's not gonna have a lot in it, but what's to say it doesn't? Look at the size difference. I know it might not look like much on camera, but the face of it is way thicker than what this original piece is from the RK Royal Clutch. But the base is actually bigger on the RK Royal Clutch than the other one. It's insane. This thing really has some weight to it too. Like, this is a really quality built keyboard. It's technically not at 65% because you got the extra row that's here. It's technically more like a 63% or 62%. This is the only time where I was like, I didn't want to keep it, but I kind of want to keep it because it's actually a really nice keyboard, especially when I play like this. So what's actually in the box? Well, for one thing, this is a first, which I've never seen this before, but they give you spare parts, so spare key switches. Now these are purple in color. I'm not going to actually open the back because I don't need any of them, but they're just hot switches that are in purple. Not really sure what purple entitles because I've never had purple before. But just like always, they give you a keycap holder. It looks like a hex torque wrench with, you know, a little cleaning brush. So if you need to really do some work on this keyboard. Then, which this is super cool, they give you a little keychain. That's a literal just keycap. And then it has a barcode on the back, which I'm sure the barcode is to say, hey, go ahead and buy this little promotion, but that's really cool. I've never had a keychain where it's just a little keycap and like key switch. So then obviously you get your USB to USB Type-C cable. Again, I won't be using that, but this keyboard is the first keyboard to be wooden. That's right. This keyboard is fully wooden. This is like a literal work of art. It's got a gold aluminum shelling here, as well as where the port goes to the USB Type-C, but this is all literal wooden keys. Now, let's check this out. Wow. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This feels really good. This is the first time where all these keycaps are also like rounded too. This thing is actually genuinely cool. So you're probably wondering, how much was it? On Amazon it's about $99. I get it. It's not the most expensive, but it's also not the cheapest. But from first glance, a wooden keyboard, that's pretty freaking awesome. Now this is quite chunky compared to the 60%er because it does have an extra row of keys, but that's not the only reason. These keycaps are actually rather large compared to the normal ones that I'm used to. Let's check this out. So here's the XVX M86 mechanical keyboard. Here is the purple key switch. There's nothing really much to it. You can see the actual chip that's underneath here is quite an interesting one. It's plated with gold. And now let's get a little sound test. Now I'll be honest with you guys, normally I buy these keyboards off of Amazon for a specific reason, so that way once I'm done with these reviews I can just return them. So it's technically just reviewing the keyboard, not actually keeping it, and then returning it, and then both parties win because you guys get a review, and if you're looking for a new keyboard you can be like, oh, Robbie just reviewed this and he said it was a pretty good keyboard. Now recently I've also been reviewing keyboards that are really cool. So I've been saying they're really, really awesome and really decent for the price and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But this one's unique compared to the ones that I've been reviewing lately. Now, I'm pretty sure from what you saw, this keycap is actually painted wooden. You can see it because it's white underneath, and obviously wood is not white underneath. But the rest of the keyboard actually is wooden. And I can only justify this by that is a solid wood keyboard. The grips on here, nice. I really love that it's one long strip versus 4 individual ones. I think it holds a lot more stability to it. This is such a dampened keyboard. I love it. And the keys feel so nice. Like, there's not one issue with it where I'm like, it's too clicky, it's too loud, or the response time's not great. Granted, again, we're not gonna be doing any gameplay. I think it's really time just to plug this in, see what the RGB is like, because I think this does have RGB, I could be wrong. But from first glance and from first feel and sound and everything, it's a really, really cool build. Just like normal, we're gonna plug it in with the coiled cable if I can find where oh, it's on this side. That's different. So we can do it one-handed. Can I do it one-handed? I can feel it going in. That's what she said. Oh, that's really, really cool. I think it's cooler because it's against a dark background versus a lighter background like the white one. This is a really solid keyboard. I am not gonna lie. Okay, again, we're gonna do another sound test with RGB in it. Again, this is where one of those times comes into play where you're like, you don't want to return it because it's actually a really nice keyboard. It's different, and it actually is really quite nice. I'm not saying I need change, but I do like change. Okay, well, if you guys want to get a wooden keyboard yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description below. It is a really nice keyboard. I'm very impressed with it. I don't think I really should have expected anything else, but this is the first keyboard where I've actually bought and had the full intention of returning, and now I'm having the full intention of keeping because it's such a nice keyboard. Do I think I'm in this realm of like, wow, that's a cool ass keyboard, man. It's wooden. It may not be like the keycaps are wooden, but the actual frame of it's wooden. It's heavy, which means good quality parts because, again, those of you who know, I mean, granted, I shouldn't say that all heavy keyboards are really good because there's new parts that are stronger and lighter, but you don't necessarily need a light keyboard. You need a light mouse, but a light keyboard, no. I mean, think about the light keyboard, you'd be like, whoa! So thank y'all so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I guess we'll find out in the near future if I make another video over this or not. It's just, I'm kind of speechless with this. It's just different, it's unique, and it's aesthetically pleasing.